What's going on, everybody? Sebastian here. Today I'm going to show you how to check if a product is gated before you buy inventory to send over to Amazon. This is actually a situation that has happened to me. On one of the very first products I launched about 3 years ago, me and my partner didn't do our full due diligence. We did some, but not all of it. And on one of the products we launched, was gated, and it was held by customs. And on top of that, it took customs, I believe it was 6 weeks to fully clear the product, because we had to get paperwork from the manufacturer to approve the product. To send over to customs. The manufacturer was getting back to us super slow. So this was about $10,000 in held inventory for 6 weeks on one of our products. And on top of that, once it was approved, we were also trying to get it approved through Amazon, okay? So there's a few documents that Amazon needed that the manufacturer didn't have. So we were faced with a very interesting situation. Luckily, the manufacturer was able to get us the appropriate paperwork. Finally, though, it took, that was 2 months of a headache. And then we finally sent that over to Amazon, and it got approved, and now it's doing really well. But that could have saved us 2 months of coming to market, and I think of that as 2 months as potentially lost revenue. Okay, so I'm going to show you this because I recently got a question that was very interesting, and this person asked me basically on Facebook. They just said, "Hey, look, how can I tell if a product is going to be gated before I buy inventory on Amazon?" This seller's telling me, some sources are saying that it's not, that this particular product is not gated, and some other sources of information are telling me yes, it is gated. So I think the dilemma that people are facing is they don't know who to turn to find out if a product is gated or not before you buy inventory, because the life lesson I learned was you got to find out all of this information before you even buy the product from the manufacturer. Because if the manufacturer has some of the paperwork but not all of the paperwork, and you buy the inventory and Amazon doesn't accept it, really, what are you going to do at that point? So these are things I wish I knew ahead of time before buying this inventory. And this is to answer one of those questions: how can you tell if a product is gated or not? 100%, and it's super easy. You go straight to the horse's mouth. Okay, so all you do is, this is you, happy, ready to go gung-ho on some inventory, right? And here's the product, right? Best product in the world, that's what we'll call it. Best product in the world. All right. Amazon doesn't even know what's about to hit it. Your product is gonna crush the marketplace. You're super stoked, you're differentiated, you're super happy, you're already going to sleep. This is you dreaming, and you're seeing dollar signs, cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. And so before you buy this inventory, okay, you have the best product in the world, but before you transfer your money out to the manufacturer, you first need to be over here. So this is you. It's due. You know how in SpongeBob it's like 7 days later? This is 7 days before. So 7 days before. And again, you have your little smile on your face. And this is Amazon saying, what you need? What you need? And you're saying, hey, look, I like these little, how can I help you? All right. Should have made this little bubble bigger. How can I help you? You literally have to do 2 things. You can send them your competitor's ASIN and say, hey, look, is this product gated? Okay, that's what you're going to want to ask them. So that's question 1, same email. Question 2 is, if so, what certs or paperwork What certs or paperwork will I need to sell this, to sell on Amazon? Okay, so question 1, question 2, you can give them your competitor's ASIN, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's your competitor's ASIN. And in addition to giving them an ASIN, you want to give them your competitor's ASIN, one that you're going to closely model, also differentiated, but one that it's very similar to your product. You're going to give them that ASIN and the particular product domain keyword phrase, okay? So you're going to tell Amazon, is this product gated? And what Amazon's going to do, and the reason why I say at least 7 days before is because sometimes they can, take forever to respond to some of these. And they're going to go into their database, and if they don't know right off the bat, they're going to send it to someone who does. And that person in their categories department, I believe, is going to, give you the exact certs you need. So it's not only going to be a yes or a no. They're going to say, yes, it needs, AS1-T4 from whatever website, www.website.com. It needs these certs in order to sell. Okay, it needs one, and maybe it needs a couple others. And what you do is you take this information, right? This is now gold. Information is gold. And you ask your manufacturer, before you buy inventory, does the product I want have these certifications or these specifications that Amazon's requesting? And if so, please send those to me first. So first you're going to get the certifications, and then once you have these certs, so you give these to your manufacturer. The manufacturer says, yeah, sure, we do. So the manufacturer gives it to you, and then, so now you have it, and then you give this to Amazon and say, hey, look, is this the paperwork? Does this paperwork what I need to now list this product? And they're gonna say yes or no. It's super black and white, and this is directly from the horse's mouth. Okay, so this is how you're gonna find out if a product is gated or not, before you even buy any inventory. Okay, and so this is gonna save you so much. It's going to leave the guessing game completely out of the equation. I always like to look at the data when I'm making informed decisions, and this is the easiest way to do that, okay? And so you get the certs from Amazon, you give it to them, and then at that point, once Amazon gives you the okay, they're like, yes, that works. That'll work for us. Then you can transfer over the cash to your manufacturer, and then boom, you'll be good to go and have it ready to list. Amazon might even ask you to create the listing first, so you might have to create a very generic listing. You'll have your keywords there, the title, the description. You might not have any images yet, but they'll still ask you sometimes to create the listing first, even if you haven't even purchased the inventory. Okay, if they do, spend the $5 or $10 it takes to get a UPC. It's an investment in your future. Don't cheap out on it. Make the listing however they want. Again, you can edit this later because you haven't launched or anything. So if you do plan to buy the product, get yourself the correct UPC that they like, and create your listing. And so once you create the listing, if they ask you for that ahead of time, just create it like you normally would, has all your keywords, and then they'll also get back to you and say, okay, look, it's gonna need this, and that. Because if you also have upgrades to this product, and they're only giving you, what your competitor has. So if you're actually already differentiated, you are going to have to create the listing first, and then the keywords in the title are going to trigger Amazon to say, look, it's going to be suppressed for now. You have this extra product. We need another certification. So they're going to give you what your competitors already have. But in the event that you have a few other upgrades to your product, you might have to create the listing first, add everything that's included in your product on that listing, and then at that point you'll send that listing over to Amazon to go ahead and approve. Okay, I hope that made sense. So you'll give them your competitor's ASIN, get very basic info first. And if you have a few upgrades to it, you'll create your listing and then just tell Amazon. And you created the listing, but you don't have any inventory yet, okay? So you create your listing and then you send that over to Amazon. It'll have all the keywords that you need. And they'll say, hey, look, you have this extra widget or whatever, this extra gadget, you need another form here. And you'll say, okay, manufacturer, does it have this? Yes, no. If no, how can you have to take it upon yourself to say, okay, how do I get this product to have this certification? So there's quite a few steps here, but this is gonna save you a headache. I wish I would have done this for one of my earlier products way ahead of time. It would have saved us so much time. And so luckily the manufacturer did have the paperwork, but getting it through to customs and then sending that to Amazon just took so long. And now we've learned our lesson. And so do this ahead of time. And this is going to be the fastest way to tell definitively what you need if the product's gated. If not, that way you can have peace of mind knowing that once you pay for the inventory, you'll be good to go. Okay, so that's basically it, guys. I hope you love this video. Like always, please subscribe to my channel, like this video, comment, let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys on the next training. Take care.